Hey friends, welcome to another Wolverine live stream. Sorry if there's a bunch of weird noise. I'm messing with my microphone as we speak because that's how prepared I am. Anyway, so interesting day I had today. The SWAT team, the local SWAT team was at my neighbor's house today, which is kind of crazy. And I was home alone with my daughter. Sorry, I'm going to be adjusting here for a second. Anyway, and we hear this bang, 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 bang. You know how cops knock and it sounds like the end of the world? Well, so I guess that I don't know what they were doing, but we hear somebody yelling. So I paused the show we were watching and I heard search warrant, police, open up. And so I guess they were about 7 or 8 houses down the block and I have no idea what they were there for. So that was a little scary and creepy. We saw guys with helmets and rifles walking down the street all sneaky like, the cops do. And so now I'm just really curious as to what my neighbor was up to because I have no idea. I have no clue what was going on out there. So that was exciting. And I'm so sorry, you guys. It's so wobbly. I rearranged my room and I'm not done yet. And so this is a temporary setup. As you can see my lovely curtains in the background there. Where have I been, right? I'm sure that's the question so many of you are desperately asking yourselves. And the answer is I've been here. I've been lazy. Well, no, I guess the more accurate description would be I've been here. I've been sick. Still dealing with like the weather changing. So it's been raining a lot and that makes my pain worse, which makes my motivation zero. And then I was dealing with some stomach stuff with my gastroparesis. So it's been hard to eat. I'm just now getting back to where I was before, where I'm able to eat normal food, in normal portions. So that was a 3-week period where I was on liquid foods and then soft foods and then small portions of real food. And now I'm I'm almost back to normal. I still can't really eat first thing in the morning. So I've been doing smoothies for breakfast. So that's been a lot of fun. Other than that, I've been crocheting a lot. Oh, also, I told you guys I was going to show you my July boxes. And I have one here. You can hear some crinkling, so I'm sorry. I wanted to share it with you. So at the beginning of each month, or actually the middle of each month before I release the next box, I put a promo where it's if you buy before the first of the next month, then you get an extra bonus item. And you guys didn't get the chance to do that because I didn't make a video about it and you were unaware. So if you order the subscription box this month for July and you mention that you're a YouTube subscriber, then I will make sure you get the extra bonus item because it's not really fair of me to say, well, you didn't order before the first because you didn't know about it before the first. So what's in the box? You get a really pretty botanical postcard. They're all different. None of them match. They're from the New York Botanical Garden, and they're all illustrations, so that's fun. And then on the back of that postcard will be a personalized reading by me, an intuitive reading. There's an instruction sheet. Well, not really an instruction sheet, kind of an overview of what's in the box. And then this month's theme is rest, which is fun because that's what I've been doing. And it comes with a full-size bag of Calm the Heck Down tea. And this tea blend is nettle, lemon balm, calendula, chamomile, oat straw, and skullcap. So it's very calming. Not sedating, but definitely calming. It comes with a hand-stitched, I'm not going to take it out of the bag, but it's an eye mask for sleeping. Hand-stitched flannel eye mask for sleeping. Comes with a white howlite stone, which is a great stone for insomnia and rest. I like just needing rest, anxiety. It's really good for as well. It comes with a full-sized bottle of my Slumber Essential Oil, and that is mandarin and vanilla, and it is amazing for insomnia. And then it also comes with my Calm Yourself Restful Bath Salt Blend, which is lavender and vanilla. My husband actually used this not last night, but the night before. And because he couldn't sleep and he had restless legs. And so he took a bath with it and he came back and he's like, I'm all noodly. I'm going to sleep because it worked really well. So that's what comes in the box for July. There are still a few available if you're interested. And again, if you mention that you were a YouTube subscriber, then you'll get the free bonus item, which I'm not going to tell you what it is because I like to give people surprises. So it all comes in a box like this to your door. It looks a little bit nicer when I actually pack it up to ship it. But yeah, that's the July box. So the August box will be getting released here very soon. I still have to think of a theme. I'm kind of behind for this month because, as many of you may know, I just published my first book. So that was kind of a big deal, and that's been taking up a lot of my time, and it still is. And I'm working with a book designer who is going to help me get it on Barnes & Noble and Amazon. And yeah, big things in the works there. So that's really exciting, but it's definitely taking up a lot of my spoons and my energy. So that was a big thing. And then just the other day, my sister-in-law had her baby shower. So I've been working on a blanket that I should have made this video before I gave it to him, but I will make another video at some point and show it to you guys. And then I've started on my hats for the homeless for this year using my knitting machine. And that's really exciting because this year my daughter is big enough to help. So she's been making hats. She actually made this one. So, and she's 5. My son hasn't really shown much interest in it, but I think maybe he will if I let him make himself a hat too. I don't know. And then I just started, I'm on the 4th day. And I'm on part 3. I'm not on part 4. I'm on part 3 of the Jacaranda crochet along. So there's, sorry, I need to block it. And the yarn that I'm using for this one is, the black is Paintbox Simply DK, and the colorful yarn is brain fart. Give me a second. I have another. So this is another reason I haven't made videos, because my brain is having a hard time lately. It's this kind of yarn. It's Lion Brand Mandala Baby in the colorway Mermaid Cove. And I think I have 3 cakes of this all together, so I'm hoping it's enough. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do. But yeah, I'm doing the Jacaranda crochet along as a throw, not a tablecloth. It was originally designed as a tablecloth. I'm doing it as a throw for a very special friend of mine. I won't tell you who in case she ends up watching this. But yeah, so I've started it. This is 4 days progress. As you can tell, I haven't been doing much else. And the way that their colors are laid out on the pattern are a lot different. I just want it to look like stained glass, so I decided to do black and a colorful cake. So these are the colors. It's like a, let's see if we can get the guts out here so you can see the center. It's like this purple into a blue, and then it's like 3 or 4 different shades of green. Kind of flows from dark to lighter, and then it goes to blue green, and then it goes to blue, and then it goes to blue violet, and then it goes to violet, and then it goes to this kind of lilac purple pink color. I don't know. It's pretty. I like it. It's going well. Not gonna lie, I've been a little depressed lately just because my health has been so challenging. I feel like if it's not one thing, it's another, because not being able to eat sucks. That's depressing. Anybody that hasn't been able to eat for a while can tell you that it sucks. And then I'm supposed to be starting I was supposed to start aquatherapy on like the 14th. And the therapist I'm supposed to be working with is sick. So I don't know if she has COVID or what, but she is out for 2 weeks. And so I had to reschedule my appointment, but then now she's out for another week and I had to reschedule it again today. So that's kind of a bummer because I'm really wanting to get in the water, just to move my body around. And the first appointment, I won't get in the water. It'll be like an evaluation. And oh, I'm sorry, guys. My chat isn't working. Let me pop it out really quick. There we go. Okay, it looks like nobody's actually chatting. So it's not just me this time. Say hello if you don't mind. I would love to see you. And I'm not trying to complain about how depressing my life is at the moment because it's not. I'm doing great things, The subscription boxes are going really well, and publishing a book has been a dream of mine for the longest time, so that's great as well. But it's been a little bit difficult lately. I'm so sick of being a sick person, like it's such work. And then the biggest thing I think that's got me down right now is that my good hip is acting up. So now it's both of my hips that hurt all the time and my knees hurt all the time. And I think it's because of the weather, because it's going between, rainy and incredibly hot. And just overall, like, my doctors have told me that I will decline over time, and it's happening. And that's not fun because I have a lot of friends with EDS, and as they get older, this sounds horrible, but as they get older, they get arthritis, and that reduces their hypermobility and it makes them more stable. And so they actually improve as their arthritis gets bad because we're always in pain. So the arthritis pain, I mean, we already have that pain. It's just caused by a different thing. So as you get older with EDS, a lot of times you get arthritis, and then that kind of stops you from being hypermobile, which can help with a lot of the symptoms. But they did some imaging of my spine and of my hip, and it didn't show anything because nothing is, sorry, there's somebody driving by. Nothing is broken, nothing is torn. It's just hypermobile. And so I went to an osteopath, I think, or an orthopedic doctor, surgeon lady. And she took an x-ray of my hips and said, well, the joint capsule looks pristine, so there's nothing that I can do for you. We only see patients with treatable conditions. So that was a major bummer. And just the realization that things are going to continue to get worse really is kind of dragging me down a bit. Because summer is usually my good months. It's my good season where things don't hurt as bad and I'm able to move more. And that hasn't been the case this year, which is unfortunate and really depressing. So I know that swimming is going to help, even if it doesn't actually improve my function in the long term. Getting in the water and moving my body is going to be fantastic. So I'm a little bit peeved that it keeps getting pushed back, but it is what it is. So what can you do, right? But other than that, I'm also planning for the homeschool year. Oh my God, you guys. My son is 12 now, and my daughter is 5. So I will be homeschooling a middle schooler and a kindergartner at the same time. Pray for me. I'm so scared. Not really. Actually, we're going to be doing a lot of unit studies. I'm hoping to incorporate a ton of field trips around the state. We're going to be doing a lot of science and STEM and that sort of thing. And then, of course, writing, which I found this really cool writing program for my son. It's called medieval history-based writing. So that's really exciting because he's really into medieval times. And I thought it would be fun next summer because we didn't make it this summer. We're not going to make it this summer. But I thought it'd be fun next summer to take a field trip to the Renaissance Fair. So that might be super fun. Yeah, other than that, I haven't been doing much. I've been laying in bed and wallowing in self-pity and wishing for things to be different than they are. So it's super effective coping techniques. I know I've been a little hard to be around, so I haven't really felt like coming on and talking about things because I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer. But honestly, I didn't want to ever hide this from you guys. I didn't want to have a YouTube channel where everything is perfect hair and makeup, perfect lighting, perfect life. It's not true. Like, I'm doing a lot. I'm very productive, which I used to like value myself on. Like that used to be like, if I can do things, then I'm worth something. And if I can't do things, then I'm not. And I've kind of grown out of that and away from that to the point where like I'm being productive and that's awesome. But oh my God, I wish I could just go for a walk with my kids. Like I wish that I could just do the things. So I did talk to my brother today, and he said he would be able to build me a wheelchair ramp, because right now I use a wheelchair most of the time, but I actually can't get out of my house by myself because I don't have a ramp. And for those of you who have government insurance like Medicaid, like I do, know how hard it is to get something like that approved. It takes forever, and it's not really worth it because the ramp that I need is so simple to build. Like I know my brother can do it. So he's going to do that for me. I just have to buy the lumber. And then hopefully my existence will be outdoors as well as indoors, without help, because I do get out of the house, but I have to have help. And the other good news is that I did make a new friend in real life, you guys. IRL, I have a friend. I have one one in real life friend, and she's magnificent. Her name is Mandy, and I met her on a Facebook homeschooling group for our neighborhood. And she has kids about the same age as my kids. And we went and met at a park for a play date. And it was amazing. She's amazing. Her kids are amazing. Our kids all got along great. They're all just fast friends. So that's really exciting. I'm starting to socialize more on purpose, which I could have sworn I was never going to do, but here I am doing it. And the other exciting news is I've decided to just be narcissistic and film everything that I do so that I can make videos for you guys, because I feel like all of the videos I make for you are just me sitting in my room complaining. And I don't want you guys to feel like annoyed by that. So my plan is anytime that I go anywhere, even if it's just the dollar store, I'm going to film that for you. And then I guess do a video, because yeah, I should YouTube if I have a YouTube, right? Like, I don't know what my problem is. Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on in my world right now. I don't know who you lurkers are. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that everybody is doing at least somewhat better than I am right now. As you can hear, I am losing my voice. That is because I'm out of spoons for the day. I spent the day with my daughter because my husband was at work, and my son was at his dad's house. So it was just me and my daughter and my dog today, us girls. And she's 5, so I'm exhausted. And yeah, I mean, life is kind of stale at the moment, so I'm trying to get excited about things. But man, this weather is just kicking my butt. So I'm here in Colorado. I'm in Southeast Denver. And we've been getting these like huge afternoon storms, just thunder and rain and lightning, which is amazing. But it's like 90 degrees during the day, and then it'll come rolling in all at once. And so the pressure drop is just what's killing me. Like I've been feeling it for like 2 or 3 weeks now. And my body is sick of it. I'm just tired of it. So I mean, I figure if I'm going to hurt anyway, I should go and do things. So that's the plan for next week. I want to, after the weekend, I want to just start doing things on a regular basis, regardless of the pain, because I'm so sick of being stuck in my house and stuck in my room and stuck in my bed and stuck in my head. For those of you who have chronic illness, you might understand that. Like there's this spiral that you get on and you can't get off. I just have to keep in mind that like, everything comes in phases and it always passes. Like things might seem really bad at the moment, but then in a couple of weeks I'll be fine. Or, tomorrow might be a great day. So it's just a matter of like reminding myself that it's a bad day, not a bad life, and then to keep going. Because I have a lot of stuff I want to do. I have a lot of people that I want to be around for. And so when it gets really hard, what's nice is that I do have the ability to let that out now. And I do cry sometimes. I will cry. I'll say to my husband, I'll just be like, I'm so tired. I'm just so tired of this. And I just want to say to anybody that's out there right now with a chronic illness or mental illness or really anything that's just depressing you, to please keep going. Because if the only reason you live for is so that your disease doesn't get you, that's a good enough reason. Like for me, I live because I refuse to let EDS take my life. I refuse to let my disease shorten my life. And I refuse to allow my depression to overrule my joy, because as depressed as I get at times, I am incredibly blessed. I have so much more than I could have ever imagined having as a child. Like, I'm very blessed. But you can have all the blessings in the world. When your health declines and you're having a rough time, it still feels hopeless and like none of that matters. But I'm just here to tell you that it does matter, and you matter. And I'm glad that you're here. And I'm sorry if I seem a little bit depressed right now, but I want you to see me struggle, because I want you to know that not everything you see on YouTube is real. You know, nobody has a perfect life. Nobody has perfect hair and makeup all the time. They put a lot of work into making you believe that everything about them is perfect. And the truth is that a lot of us are very sick. A lot of us are sad. A lot of us are hurting, you know. Life isn't perfect. And for whatever reason, that doesn't diminish the value of your life at all. Because if it was perfect, imagine how many times you wouldn't get to laugh at yourself. Okay. I remember there was one time, I don't know if this ever happens to you guys, when you get like really full of yourself and then instantly the universe humbles you. There was one time I remember where I was like dressed up, right? And this is before I covered my hair. I was young and I was working in an office building. So I had my nails done, I had my hair done, I had my makeup on, I had jewelry, I was wearing a suit and heels. I looked good. Okay, I looked good, and I knew it. And so I walk out of my house and I have this really cute neighbor across the street, and he's in his front yard. And so I'm looking good, I'm feeling good. I go to wave and I face plant right in my driveway. Like complete face plant. Like I tore up my stockings, I'm bleeding everywhere. I jump into my friend's car because she's there to pick me up for work, and I just scream, just drive, just drive. And like, as mortifying as that situation was at the time, I love that story now, and I wouldn't get that if life was perfect. So that's one of my favorite ones, like just how ridiculously and how quickly the universe will humble you when you get a little bit cocky. So I never try to be like too full of myself. I certainly don't think that I'm like doing a great job at coping, or I don't know, I'm not some kind of role model, not an inspiration. I'm just here still, and that's enough. I'm here, still here, and I have no plans to go anywhere because I got blankets to finish. I mean, if for no other reason, I have blankets to finish. I always keep at least one work in progress, you know, because on really hard days, sometimes you just live for the next crochet stitch. Just whatever keeps you going. But like I said, I didn't come on here to complain and talk about how horrible life is, because it's not. It's really not. It's just a rough couple of months. It's just been a rough summer. So yeah, I don't really have much else. I guess I'm gonna go. I just wanted to pop on and let you guys know, like, I'm struggling. I am struggling. Feel free to send me a message in my email, you know, a little pick me up or whatever. That would be great. I would appreciate it. Go on to my Etsy, and even if you can't buy anything, just favorite it as a favorite Etsy shop, because that helps me a lot. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed, of course, subscribe. I hate saying that, but you know, subscribe, like this video. Looks like everybody that watched it already did. But if you're watching this after the replay, this message is for you as well. Don't forget that you are a beautiful, sacred, and cherished being, and that I am so happy that you're here. And I'm here too. So if you need somebody to talk to, or if you just want to wallow with somebody, my inbox is always open, and you're always welcome to send me a message about how hard things are. And I will do my best to help you through it. Because at the end of the day, no matter how hard things get, life is worth living. So please keep living, whatever you do. All right, you guys, have a wonderful night, morning, day, wherever you are, whatever time it is. Don't forget to wash your hands, wear your masks. If you feel like it, I guess I do. I wear it all the time. And oh, I got a message. Hi, Lynn. I'm here with you, sweetie. My health issues are definitely not going to help my sanity. You know what, Lynn? As long as you're still breathing, then you're winning. Absolutely. Just keep going. Like, I know a lot of people don't really show how hard it gets online. I know how when you're watching YouTube videos and everybody's talking about their great life, or like even the people with chronic illness vlogs are like going out and doing all these things, and they don't show you how sometimes you're just stuck in bed sweating profusely and feeling like a gross blob of a human. Like, that happens. Those are days, you know? So as long as you're still breathing, you're winning. And I want you to remember that. I'm trying to remember that. And that's what's getting me through right now. That and spite. Living for spite always works. So, Lynn, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you found me. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, because I would love to have you as a part of my little Wolverine family. But I am going to go because I actually need to drink water and lay down. As you can probably hear in my voice by now, it's starting to go. That happens when I run out of spoons. So, have a wonderful night, you guys. I cherish you beyond words. I'm so glad that you're here and that you exist and that you're existing here with me. So I will see you guys in the next one. Be blessed. Bye.